what it do, good people? Welcome back to another episode of the Soup Bowl. I am your host, Renee Murdoch. I am so happy that you are here, that you are liking, that you're sharing, that you're subscribing, and that we are on this life journey together. Why? Because we were never meant to do life alone. And I'm so happy to be doing life with you as well. So we are in part two of this thing. So I didn't want to bore you, right? And so we want to make sure we cut it off at a particular time so you have time to process and think about, what we were talking about before. I don't want to just, throw things at you and you're like, you got this fire hose, down your mouth and it's like, Renee, I can't take it anymore. I need time to process. I need time to think. I understand. And so we were talking about gifts, right? And the good things about gifts and these gifts that we did not earn, the gifts that were placed inside of us before we took our first breath, these gifts that were given to us not because of who we have grown up with, our resumes, our degrees, where we've traveled, where we haven't traveled, our mistakes, anything of that nature has nothing to do with the gifts that has been given to each and every single one of us. These gifts cannot be taken back. They are irrevocable. Okay, they do not, there's no repo sign, saying because you've done this and you've done that I'm taking this back from you. No, there's not. These things, these gifts that have been given to us, they are designed just for us. No one else can do what you do. It's like your own DNA, right? Your DNA is even as a twin or whatnot, your DNA is your DNA. Like there's other people that might be able to dance, but they don't dance like you. Other people may be able to cook, but they don't cook like you. Other people may be able to sing, but they don't sing like you. So this is what, we're diving into. And the reason why this is important, because if you don't really understand this part of this thing right here, and we're talking about meeting our goals for this year, you are not going to meet them if you don't understand the inner workings of what's going on inside your own self. You need to understand the inner workings that's going on. Now, before you had homework last week, so hopefully you've completed your homework. Did you complete your homework? Okay. Okay. Let's do better. Some of you, kudos to you that did complete your homework. Those of you that did not, let's get on it and let's get busy, right? You are the one that says that you want to do such. Then you need to go ahead and do that. Because it was to write all the gifts that you have, right? And to pick one or two of those gifts, and that for you to focus on this year, only those gifts. That you will become skillful and that you will become an expert in those things. And to do that, you're going to have to read, you're going to have to practice, but you will become skillful at that and you will see transformation. I'm telling you, you're going to see great results when you actually buckle down and actually focus on those things. So just a real quick recap, we talked about the gifts that were placed but they weren't earned, right? We just talked about that. And about there are many great gifts, but we cannot be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And so that's where that homework came into place. Now we're going to dive right into, and hopefully we're going to get through all of these. And so number 3 that I want to bring up is gifts are for service. We started talking about that a little bit as we ended on last week. But these gifts are for service. They are not for selfish gain. It is not for us to build our own names up and to make our names famous, right? We got to tighten up our shot group, as they say in the service, right? Your gift is not for waste. We can't be out here wasting the gift that's been given to us. We need to value the gifts that have been given to us. It is not for selfish exploitation. We should be not out there exploiting, right, our gifts. or allowing other people to exploit them as well. The highest expression of a gift is what? What's the highest expression of utilizing a gift? It's service. We are to use our gift for service. It should be a service. You should look at it, I'm doing a service. Not what can I gain from this? What can I get out of this? Now hear me very clearly when I say this. Service does not necessarily mean free. I'm going to say that again. Service does not mean free. I'm going to say it for the people that's over there at the next street and block over, or maybe the people that's in China or even Korea, maybe the people that's in Jamaica or Africa. I'm going to say it for you all as well. That does not mean, service does not mean free. Service does not mean depleted. Service does not mean abuse. It means your gift should create value beyond you. Your gift should be creating value beyond you. When you use your gift only for self-promotion, it becomes distorted. When you use your gift to manipulate people and situations and environments, it becomes corrupted. Nobody don't want to deal with that. Who wants to deal with that? And actually manipulating things is actually operating in witchcraft. You see, y'all want to be, oh, that's dark, that's that's satanic. That I don't do that. No, I don't be. Manipulation is witchcraft, plain and simple. When you use your gift to dominate people, it becomes very, very dangerous. I have learned, and I did have to learn this, you don't know what people are going through and what they have been through. To treat them, to try to embarrass them, to try to manipulate them for your own selfish gain is very dangerous. People will snap in a moment. They will snap. And you might find yourself in a situation that you thought that maybe you was in a movie. We only have one life, people. One life. We are not cats. We don't have 9. We have 1. So think about that. But when you use your gift to elevate others, to service others, to build systems and processes, to solve problems, to bring about clarity, it brings healing and alignment into those spaces. That's service. Gift, service. Not gift, manipulate. Gift, dominate. But it's gift, service. You are not the source of the gift. Oh, snap a snap. I can't even think of this. I keep saying this over and over again, like little analogies. Like I'm learning, right? So, but snaps or doodles here. You are not the source of the gift. What are you? You are the steward of it. So if I'm stewarding something, right, it requires me to have discipline in that thing. If I'm stewarding something, I must value it and I must take care of it. And I must watch it. And I must protect it. Going into the next point. I must protect the gift. I must protect it at all costs. Because not everyone who has access to you deserves access to your gift. Oh, come on now. Someone talking about, oh, you should do everything pro bono. You should do everything for free. Just because you have access does not mean that you get to get it for free. It does not even mean that you even get access to the actual gift. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not for them. But it's your responsibility with that gift that you've been given to protect it. To protect it. See, there's people out there, that are actually pimping. People are out there pimping people for their gift. Using, abusing, manipulating. And they don't look like pimps. We got this whole thought process when it comes to what we think pimps look like. Like, I could be a pimp. I could be a pimp out here in these streets. I'm not a pimp, but I could be a pimp. I'm not a pimp. I'm just not a pimp. I'm not a pimp, people. So don't be talking about Renee talking about she out there pimping in the street. I'm not a pimp, okay? But what I am saying is that people think that pimps look like a certain way, and they don't. It's just when you think about a pimp, okay, I'm all about like actually using verbiage and definitions or whatever. So let's look this up, okay? Let's look this up right now, live as we're talking about this, right? Because some people are like, who's out here pimping in the street? So the funny thing is, it says, actually says, a man who controls prostitutes and arranges clients for them, taking part of their earnings in return, right? And so there's this thing about a pimp is based upon gender. No, it's not. But I can say what is, when you think about the actions of what a pimp does, right, and as far as like prostitution, right, is giving out goods, giving out services, and making arrangements, right, so they can get paid. And actually the prostitute might make 5% of that, and sometimes not even anything. So people are out there pimping people for their gifts. They attract, right? They're demanding. They leverage your capacity for their convenience. Right? They're the ones that's orchestrating. They're the ones that's setting up appointments. They're the ones that are moving things around, and I'm getting your name here and putting your name here and meeting you up with this person and this and that, whatever. They're pimping the gift. And your responsibility is to steward the gift. They are getting what they want. They have an end goal. Because if they're not talking to you about your gift and gifts, right, and the objective of the particular thing and what it's supposed to be setting out to do, again, they are getting what they want. They are setting things up for what they want for their gain. How they want it, when they want it, it's for their gain. And who's paying the cost? See, there's a gain for them, but what is the gain for you? Who's paying it? You're paying it. You're paying it by stress. You're paying it by, headaches and burnout and resentment, to the point where you're resenting now this gift. You hear about artists all the time. You see movies, you read books about artists that have been burnt out, that have went into depression. Why? Because they've been pimped out for their gift. And they did not steward the gift well. They didn't steward it well. And when you are a child and your parent is your parent, is literally pimping you out, and then you have to deal with that as you get older. I'm praying for you, right? That you're able to go through counseling and see and understand and get out of that toxic environment. But this is exactly what's happening. You don't want, if you're resenting something that you once loved to do, and you know that your design and your makeup is in that, then you are being pimped out. Just plain and simple. And it could be the people that are closest to you, or the people that you trust, or the people that, that's actually, y'all share the same bloodline. People that you have confided in, or people that you believe that had your best interests at heart. You really have to think about, how am I protecting this gift and ensuring that I am not allowing this gift to get pimped out. You don't want to look up and realize, I've been overextended, I've been underappreciated, and I am spiritually drained. That's what happens when you do not guard what has been placed inside of you. And I have been there. The shameful thing that I'm going to share with you is that it happened more than once. All in the name of ministry. All in the name of Jesus. All in the name of assignment. It was all in the name. So it happened more than once. I was pimped out. Yo, I was a prostitute out here in these streets. That's the reality of it. No one wants to admit that there was a prostitute. Okay, that's a part of my testimony. I was a prostitute out here in these streets. And it had nothing to do with anything in between my legs. Come on now. I was prostituted. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. Because you could be being prostituted right now. Or maybe you just came out of the relationship of prostitution. But I'm telling you, just like in a sense of a man who's pimping a woman or even a man out for sexual pleasure, and them finding it very difficult to come out of that situation, it is the same thing. Because it was very difficult and challenging to come out of that relationship that I was in with toxic ministry. Not everyone has your best interest at heart. Not everyone gets the best of me anymore. Not everyone gets my creativity anymore. Not everyone even gets my thought process of, you can get this done better. You can get this done with less resources. You don't get my energy. You don't even get unlimited access anymore. I am putting up boundaries. I'm putting up boundaries. And if you don't want to abide by them, kick rocks. Kick rocks. I am no longer being prostituted. And I am going to guard and steward the gift that I've been given. And this gift will be used, what? To service others and not to build up your name. That's not what it's for. So the burnout, the not feeling appreciated, and even the point of you don't even want to pay for some services, but you just want to constantly get them for free. Yo, they do not have your best interest at heart. Having boundaries is not being selfish. They are protecting the infrastructure. It's protecting it. This is where this gift lies. I must protect it at all cost. I can't allow unlimited access because I must steward the thing that was given to me. I must protect it. And if I don't protect the gift, it will be mismanaged. So why cause unnecessary stress? Why cause resentment in the thing that I love to do and that I've been designed in purpose to do? Why? I mean, why? We got to think about that. So we got to protect it at all costs, protecting it at all cost. Protect it. I'm telling you, when it comes to the gifts that we've been given and how we utilize them, the responsibility that's been given to us, the responsibility that we have to mankind, we are not to take this thing lightly. Because again, we didn't do anything to earn it. We didn't do anything to deserve it. And it's not going to be taken away. But we must know and understand the responsibility and how we should steward these things and not waste them and allow them to be mismanaged and ruined in the name of whatever. That's why it's important. You must know who you are. You must know your purpose. You must know your assignment and not allow anyone else to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what your assignment is. I'm not even going to tell you what your purpose is. That's not my responsibility. It's no one else's responsibility. It's not your parents' responsibility. It's not your grandparents' responsibility. It's not your pastors. It's not the prophet. It's not a tarot card reader, a medium. It is not their responsibility. It is your responsibility to come to a place of surrendering to the process of becoming who you are and what you have been created to do. Because if you don't know who you are, someone else will tell you who you are. And you will be running to and fro, not protecting the gift, not understanding your destiny, not understanding your purpose. You got to understand that this is for you. And for you to service others. Your responsibility is not going anywhere when it comes to the gifts that have been given to you. So we want to run for responsibility. You know, my brother's like, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, whatever. You have a responsibility. Get up and get to work. You have a responsibility to yourself. You have a responsibility to mankind. Get up. It's all because you don't understand purpose. I'm not working towards purpose. I'm working in purpose. I'm working in it. All right. Okay, we got a couple of more points. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna stop right here, and we're gonna go into another segment so we get the other points out. But you know, look, I get kind of fired up and serious about this thing. We have a responsibility to ourselves and to mankind. All right. So that's all we have for now. I love you. I love you. Complete the freaking homework. Stop procrastinating and complete the homework. In addition to that, I'm going to add that I want you to do two things, right? So you got the other part of the homework, that you're going to purchase a book in regards to the skill, right, that you're going to be doing. And then you're also going to find a video, whether it's YouTube, Udemy, Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, or whatever, in regards to that subject as well. And you are to read the book, right? I want you to, in each chapter, write down your takeaways or whatever, and to complete the video and write down your takeaways in that as well. All right, I love you. Until next time.